In the opening scene, Dema is seen celebrating his birthday at a lively party hosted at his house. Clearly intoxicated, he approaches Diana, attempting to coax her into joining him inside, saying, "It's nice in my room." When he kisses her neck, she laughs but steps back, redirecting his focus toward Elena, who is seated nearby. Diana teasingly remarks, "Everybody knows that you're in love with Dema." Unamused, Elena starts to walk away, but Dema grabs her, sarcastically thanking Diana for the advice before kissing Elena forcefully. Diana begins to clap, prompting others at the party to join in. Fast forward 13 years, Elena and Dema are now married and have a son named Sasha. On the surface, their family appears picture-perfect, but cracks lie beneath the facade. Elena, an architect by profession, has put her career on hold to be a stay-at-home mom. Although she cherishes the time spent with her son, a lingering sorrow in her eyes reveals her feelings of being undervalued by her husband and mother-in-law, Natalia. Despite relying heavily on Elena's architectural skills to sustain their family business, neither Dema nor Natalia acknowledges her contributions or gives her the recognition she deserves. Away from home, Dema remains much the same as he was 13 years earlier, openly displaying his unfaithful behavior. At work, he flaunts his infidelities in front of his colleagues and even his mother, much to her dismay. Despite her disapproval, Dema only becomes bolder in his actions. Natalia, striving to maintain professionalism in the office, waits until they are home to confront him. She reprimands him for taking Elena for granted and reminds him that her talent and hard work are the reasons their architectural firm is thriving. However, as always, Dema dismisses her concerns, brushing off her warnings as overreactions and confidently assuring her that Elena will never find out about his affairs. Dema occasionally makes small gestures to keep Elena inspired and designing for the firm. One day, he brings her some fruit and praises her latest drawing. However, in the middle of the conversation, Elena abruptly rushes away, leaving Dema confused. He quickly brushes off the incident, and when Natalia and Sasha arrive, he takes the opportunity to show his mother Elena's latest design. Shortly afterward, Elena returns, and Dema asks if she's okay. She reveals that she thinks she's pregnant again, but her announcement is met with a lackluster reaction from both Dema and Sasha. Later, Elena has a moment alone with her son, Sasha. She invites him to sit beside her. At first, Sasha hesitates and pulls away, but then sits down. Elena expresses her deep love for him, reassuring him that even with the arrival of his soon-to-be baby sister, Maria, her love for him will remain unchanged. She promises that she will always have time for him and emphasizes that his baby sister will look up to him. Elena reminds Sasha of the strong bond they share. Touched by her words, Sasha apologizes for appearing indifferent about the new baby and confesses that he is excited to meet his baby sister. 7 months later, Elena goes for her routine prenatal checkup. On the way, Dema, distracted by work, loses control of the car, resulting in an accident. Fortunately, bystanders rush to help, and a man named Andre rescues Elena from the wreckage, assuring her that she and her baby will be fine. Sasha is devastated by his mother's condition, and his grandmother tries to comfort him. At the hospital, Dema encounters Marina, an old acquaintance. She reminds him of a night they met but accuses him of standing her up. Dema explains that his son had been ill, and after a brief exchange, he invites her to dinner once he's free. She smiles and shares her contact information. Shortly after, Natalia learns that Dema and Elena's baby is in critical condition due to brain damage from the accident and being born prematurely. She consults with a friend before returning to the hospital, where she informs Dema and Sasha that baby Maria has died. Elena faints upon hearing the news, and Dema rushes to get a doctor. Grief-stricken, Elena becomes withdrawn and spends time mourning at Maria's grave. Meanwhile, Dema resumes his affair with Marina. Seeing the toll on Elena and their business, Natalia urges Dema to help Elena recover, knowing the company relies on her design skills. Dema convinces Elena to see a psychiatrist, Igor, and she is eventually admitted to a mental health facility. While recovering, Dema persuades Elena to work on design drafts. During a walk outside, Elena drops her sketches and is helped by Andre, the man who rescued her, though she doesn't recognize him. Marina, learning about Elena's hospitalization, accelerates her deceitful plans. On the day of Elena's release, Marina sneaks into her room and spikes her juice with a drug that causes Elena to lash out at Sasha, accusing him of being the cause of her misfortunes. Heartbroken, Sasha runs out, and Elena remains hospitalized. After several days without incidents, Igor agrees to discharge Elena, planning to check in on her at home. Excited to reunite with Sasha, she is heartbroken when he avoids her, unaware she had blamed him during her episode. Despite her efforts to reconcile, Sasha keeps his distance. That evening, during dinner, Marina tells Dema she is pregnant. Dema reacts angrily, storming out and calling her stupid. Marina, needing leverage, confronts Natalia at the office, revealing she knows the truth about Maria's death. Fearing exposure, Natalia agrees to Marina's demands and starts pressuring Dema to leave Elena, claiming she is no longer beneficial to their firm. Confused but swayed, Dema hesitates. Overhearing their conversation, Elena decides to leave. She tries once more to reconcile with Sasha but fails. Before departing, she writes a note for Dema. "Enjoy your time with Marina. I hope your child is fine, and I'll speak to Sasha myself." Sasha overhears and asks, "Who is Marina? And what child?" Dema, upset by the question, tells Sasha to go to his room. Elena moves into a modest apartment provided by a landlord in exchange for cleaning work, trying to rebuild her life. While Elena is working hard to be independent from Dema, Marina is striving harder to get more attention from him and gain his affection. Sasha is trying to make sense of all the drama taking place around him, but every time he asks questions, his father quickly shuts him down. Meanwhile, Andre, who has a baby daughter who is in the process of overcoming brain damage, he also feels compelled to help Elena. His baby girl's doctor is the same doctor as Elena's, so he tells him why he feels compelled to help Elena. He said it's because after he saved her from the wreckage, he promised everything would be okay. He asks his friend who works at a bank to help him track her down, and by her credit card transactions, he soon finds her location. Between the duties of her new job, Elena makes time to go to Sasha's soccer practice where she tries once again to reconcile with him. Their conversation is cut short when the coach tells him to load up so they're not late. Before he leaves, Elena hands him her address and tells him to come see her. Later that day, Sasha gets notified that someone is at the front gate. Excited that it might be his mom, he rushes to open it but is disappointed when it is Marina. Sasha still doesn't know who she is but allows her to come inside. Her popping in unannounced catches Dema and Natalia by surprise, but there's not much they can do since Marina holds Natalia's secret and she is pregnant with Dema's child. Upset with finding out that Marina is his dad's lover, Sasha tells his dad he hates him and calls him a traitor before rushing out. Marina assures Dema he will calm down and come back. Sasha finds his mother's building but doesn't know her flat number. He calls out for her but is told to stop yelling and to leave by another resident. Sasha takes up residence in an abandoned building for the night. The next morning Dema finds the address Elena had given Sasha and goes to see if Sasha is there. He finds Elena and tells her Sasha ran away and hoped to find him there. Elena panics and calls the police. They tell her they found a boy about the age of Sasha and needs an operation. When she arrives to the hospital, she is told the boy died and the doctor asks her to identify the body. In shock, she is led to the morgue, and although distraught that someone lost their child, tells them it's not Sasha. Sasha is found by a group of other boys about his age in the abandoned building, and he tries to run away. But they chase him and beat him up badly until a passerby threatens to sick her dog on them. Dema is notified by the police that his son has been badly beaten and he rushes to the scene. After being released from the hospital, Sasha tells his dad that if Marina is still at their house he doesn't want to go there. He insists that his dad take him to his mom's. Dema reluctantly agrees, but when Sasha arrives, Andre answers the door. Convinced Andre must be his mom's boyfriend, Sasha runs back to his dad's car. Sasha tries to make the best of it with Marina in the picture and shakes her hand. The next morning Elena finds out that Sasha came to her apartment, but she was asleep. That same morning her landlord fires her and tells her to get out of her apartment immediately because she neglected her job while searching for Sasha. Knowing Sasha came to see her, she finds him once again at his soccer practice. She explains that Andre is not her boyfriend, but Sasha is still not happy that they are just friends. At her checkup with Dr. Igor, Andre suggests that Elena can stay with his mom who looks after his baby girl during the day. He insists that she will not be freeloading because she can help his mother take care of his daughter. She reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, Marina has invited her friend from the hospital to come see her mansion, thanking her and telling her it was all because of telling her what she overheard between Natalia and the doctor regarding what she did with baby Maria. Her friend, jealous about Marina's new life, tells her she wants $20,000 to keep the secret. Marina, dismayed by her friend blackmailing her, has no choice but to agree. Dema and Natalia's architect office is struggling to get the drafts done for a Spanish project in time without Elena's talent. They reach out to a past architect student of Natalia's late husband, and he offers to do the draft for $25,000. During this same time, Elena has adjusted well to living with Andre's mom and completely adores his baby girl, Marcia. Andre and his mom also notice a lot of improvement in Marcia's condition since Elena started helping take care of her. Seeing that she's happy now, Andre tells Elena about an architectural design contest for a Spanish villa. Hesitant and unsure at first, but soon she decides to give it a try. Andre is happy to see Elena decide to give the contest a try and kisses her on the hand. Dema and Natalia's architect friend says that he has the draft ready. They are excited to hear this and invite him to dinner tomorrow and tell him he will get the money then as well. While Andre and Elena are having lunch outside in celebration of Elena joining the contest, Andre's ex-wife pops in. Andre tells her he wants nothing to do with her since she left at a hard time when Marsh was really sick. He tells her to leave, but the incident doesn't sit well with Elena. She is about to leave until Andre confesses his love for her and the two share their first kiss. Sasha, still trying to make the best of his circumstances, walks into the living room. He sees the $25,000 sitting on the coffee table and jokingly asks if it is all for him for ice cream. The next morning at breakfast, Natalia tells Dema the $25,000 is missing. As they are looking for the money, Marina pops into the room asking if something is wrong. They tell her the money is missing, and she offers up that she heard Sasha moving around last night. Immediately Dema rushes to Sasha's room and begins turning his room upside down and dumping out his backpack where he finds a plastic bag with cash in it. In the next scene, we see Marina pay her coworker the $20,000 she promised her for keeping her secret. When Sasha returns home, Dema confronts him about the money, but Sasha insists that he didn't steal it. Dema, not believing him, demands that Sasha give him his phone. Meanwhile, the Dema and Natalia's architect friend postpones their dinner. Soon find out that he didn't really finish the drafts and that he was only trying to get the money, but when they said they would give him the money during dinner, it messed up his plan of getting the money first. Sasha goes to visit his mom's doctor, Igor, and see if he can tell him where his mom lives. At that moment, Sasha's mom walks in with Andre and Andre's baby. Sasha and Elena are so happy to see each other and Sasha apologizes to her for pushing away from her. He asks his mom to not call his dad because his dad accused him of stealing money. She tells him she believes him, but insists that they still have to tell his dad. Soon, Andre sees through Igor's window that Dema showed up and outside the medical clinic where Elena and Sasha are. He tells Igor he will be right back. Dema tells Elena that Sasha stole money and again Sasha insists that he didn't. As Dema starts to grab Sasha, Andre walks up. Dema tells him not to get involved in his family matters. Andre tells Dema they are his family matters too because he and Elena are getting married. Dema tells Sasha they're leaving and Sasha says, "I'm staying with my mom." Dema says, "The court will take my side," and walks away. Fast forward 7 months. Dema is drinking a lot and his work and home life are suffering. He hasn't seen Sasha for 7 months and he has also found out that he and Marina's baby girl has leukemia and none of them, Dema, Marina, or Natalia are a match to give her a blood transfusion. Dema finds Elena and asks if they can see if Sasha is a match. She says first she must know the risks such a procedure poses for Sasha. Sasha insists that despite the risk, he wants to be the baby's donor. Meanwhile, Marina suggests to Natalia that they must find Dema and Elena's baby because she would most likely be a match. Natalia has no choice now but to admit to Dema what really happened to his and Elena's baby. She had the doctor change it out for another couple's baby who died during birth by threatening and bribing the doctor. She tells Dema that she was only trying to protect him from having a baby with a disorder. Dema is very upset by this revelation. Natalia tells Dema that she knows who the adopted parents are of his and Elena's baby, showing him an address, but Dema says he will not go there. Natalia says that she will though. As Andre is walking out of his house, Natalia is approaching. She tells him that she is Marcia's biological grandmother. As she and Andre are conversing, Elena walks up, surprised to see Natalia there. At that moment, Andre realizes that Marcia is Elena's biological daughter, the baby she believed had died. Elena is speechless. Andre goes on to tell Elena that he and his ex-wife had adopted Marcia. At that moment baby Marcia says mama and Elena embraces her closely and cries. In the last scene, 1 year later, we see Elena, Andre, Sasha, and baby Marcia walking through the Spanish villa that Elena had designed in the contest. As they approach one on the villas, she asks them what they think of it. They say it's amazing and she tells them it's ours. Andre then goes on to tell Sasha that the township she designed is called Maria, and then he kisses his baby girl and they all share a hug. Thanks for watching. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment a movie you'd like us to recap, and we'll see you for the next movie in a cup.